SpaceX continues to set its sights on Mars, with CEO Elon Musk doubling down on ambitious plans for humanity's interplanetary future. Meanwhile, Blue Origin is facing delays with its New Glenn rocket, and China's mysterious reusable space plane has just completed its third orbital mission, raising questions about its true purpose. Let's break it all down. Elon Musk is once again stirring excitement about his plans to establish a human presence on Mars. In a recent online exchange, Musk shifted a conversation about public health to discuss the technical and financial challenges of colonizing the Red Planet. Right now, it costs around $1 billion to send 1 ton of material from Earth to Mars. For Musk's vision of a self-sustaining city to become a reality, that cost needs to drop drastically to $100,000 per ton. Achieving this requires advancing technology by a factor of 10,000, which Musk admits is an extreme challenge, but believes is possible. He revealed that SpaceX plans to launch its first uncrewed starships to Mars in just 2 years, during the next Earth-Mars transfer window. These missions will focus on testing Starship's ability to land safely and reliably on Mars. If these tests succeed, Musk envisions crewed Starship flights to Mars within 4 years, carrying pioneers to lay the foundation for a human settlement. Musk also reiterated SpaceX's long-term goal, building a self-sustaining city on Mars within the next 20 years. He argues that making life multiplanetary would significantly increase the lifespan of human consciousness by reducing reliance on a single planet. While Mars is SpaceX's ultimate goal, the company is also supporting NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon. The lunar starship is designed specifically for this purpose and will be a crucial component of NASA's efforts to establish a sustainable presence on the Moon. With both the Mars and Moon missions scheduled for significant milestones within the next 2 years, questions arise about SpaceX's capacity to manage these massive projects simultaneously. However, the 2 missions have distinct objectives. The lunar starship is focused on supporting human crews, while the Mars-bound ships will prioritize cargo transport. Logistics add another layer of complexity. To launch 2 missions to Mars and 2 to the Moon, SpaceX would need over 40 Starship launches to refuel spacecraft in Earth orbit. This doesn't include other planned missions, such as deploying the next-generation Starlink satellites, a critical project for SpaceX's financial stability. Musk remains optimistic, though he acknowledges the challenges ahead. Success, he says, is far from certain, but the team at SpaceX is determined to push the boundaries of what's possible. If Starship achieves a successful landing and reusability in its next test flights, it could revolutionize space travel and turn even the boldest goals into achievable realities. Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos, is also making waves in the space industry, but its progress has been slower. NASA recently pulled its Escapade mission from the inaugural flight of Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, citing concerns about the timeline. The twin Escapade satellites were originally set to launch in October 2023. However, preparing the spacecraft for launch requires fueling with hydrazine and nitrogen tetroxide. If delays occur, the fuel would have to be removed, adding significant costs and complications. To avoid this, NASA has postponed the mission to 2025. This delay raises questions about Blue Origin's readiness. While the company insists that New Glenn will debut soon with other payloads, the timeline for follow-up launches remains vague. The first flight will carry technology for Blue Origin's Blue Ring orbital transfer vehicle, with a second flight scheduled for November to support the U.S. Space Force. NASA's decision to stick with New Glenn for Escapade despite delays indicates confidence in the rocket's capabilities, but it also underscores the challenges Blue Origin faces as it strives to compete with SpaceX. While SpaceX and Blue Origin are publicly tackling their challenges, China is quietly advancing its own space ambitions. A reusable Chinese space plane recently completed its third orbital mission, returning to Earth after months in space. However, Details about the mission remain sparse. Chinese state media confirmed the landing, describing it as a success and a step forward in reusable spacecraft technology. Officials stated that the mission demonstrates progress toward more cost-effective and versatile methods of accessing space. The spacecraft is believed to resemble the US X-37B space plane, which has been conducting similar missions. Observers speculate that China's space plane has been testing rendezvous and proximity operations with small satellites it released into orbit. These activities could involve satellite maintenance, repairs, or potentially testing capabilities to interfere with other nations' spacecraft. China has remained tight-lipped about its space plane program, keeping its objectives and technologies shrouded in mystery. This secrecy has fueled speculation about the potential military applications of such a vehicle, though no concrete evidence has been provided. The global space race is accelerating, with SpaceX, Blue Origin, and China each driving innovation in unique ways. SpaceX leads with its bold Mars ambitions, aiming to make humanity a multi-planetary species. However, reaching Mars requires overcoming immense technological, financial, and logistical hurdles. Balancing its Mars goals with NASA's Artemis lunar missions, the next few years will be critical for SpaceX's success. Blue Origin, led by Jeff Bezos, is progressing at a slower but steady pace. Focused on orbital and lunar missions, it is building reusable technologies like the New Glenn rocket. While less ambitious than SpaceX's Mars plans, Blue Origin's incremental approach positions it as a strong contender in the competitive space industry. China, meanwhile, is leveraging space for exploration, economic gains, and potential military advantages. Its lunar missions, space station, and secretive reusable spacecraft reflect its ambitions to dominate in space. With growing geopolitical tensions, space is becoming a key arena for economic and military influence. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are reshaping the commercialization of space, from Starlink's transformative global internet to future industries like asteroid mining and space tourism. These innovations could shift global power dynamics, giving those with advanced space technologies an edge in economic and defense capabilities. As space exploration advances, questions around sustainability and fair resource management are critical. Managing new frontiers like the Moon and Mars without repeating Earth's mistakes requires international cooperation. Decisions made today will define whether space becomes a domain of peaceful progress or heightened competition. The space race is more than a quest for exploration. It's about shaping the future of technology, economics, and global power. Subscribe to Thriving Finances to stay informed on how space exploration and other transformative industries will impact the economy and the world's financial future. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.